Welcome to part 32, Top Info and Container CSS. So I want to discuss some of the CSS that follows the variable declaration, which we just looked at. It's just CSS right here. So the first thing is the background color of the body element. So we're using this body element tag. This is an HTML tag that we did not discuss, but it references the basically all of the HTML on the page is considered the body. There's a head tag which has some metadata about the page, and that's not necessarily something that you see. It has links to CSS and JavaScript, but it's really not HTML elements that you see. The body is just simply a reference to all of the page that you see. All right, so we're going to change the background color and make it equal to the text color. So if we look over here, the background color for the application is this color over here where my pointer is down here in this corner between the tables. So it is everything that is not covered by an element will be that background color. So that takes care of that. Now let's look at this top info. So this is a class that we use to label the top info div. If we go back to our dashboard, it's these two headers right here. That's the top info. By default, headers are block level elements, so they should appear one on top of the other. But what we do here is change the display of the div that's holding those two headers to a flex box by using display of flex. So by default, this will make them appear horizontally. And then we're going to space them out along the horizontal line using this space evenly value for the justify content property. This align items actually centers them vertically. So since the one's an H5 header and the other's an H6 header, they're not going to appear. They're not going to be centered vertically. So this just is a small, very small detail that centers those items vertically. So that's how we change our display for those two top info headers. Then the container. So that's the container here, and I'll show you this down here. So this is in the HTML portion. So it's this container here. This is the very last one that holds the top info with the grid container. So here's the ID. This is how we set it over here. So we set it to container, and we're referencing it as an ID over here with the hash symbol, then container. So what we're doing here is setting the left margin and right margin to 1%. And if we look at our dashboard, it's this 1% over here. So the dashboard doesn't go right up against the edge of the page. It has some space, and you see the background color, of course, and there's 1% of the page over here. So the dash or the elements in the container fill 98% of the page and then has a margin of 1% on either end. Okay, so that covers a little bit of the CSS for the top info and the container.